You guys got off to. I know that's happened a couple times lately. Was it just a case of digging a little too deep of a hole this time around?
I wouldn't say it was digging too deep of a hole. I also think they were off to. It wasn't much scoring on both ends, so I think that was kind of the pace of the game at the beginning to get the jitters out. To get a feel for the game. So I wouldn't say it was digging a deep hole early on because we both didn't come out to a hot start.
They got up there 18-4. What did you guys kind of talk about? How'd you guys kind of get back into it?
Defensively, we needed to get stops defensively. That turns into our offense, and then just chip away at it. You're not going to wipe that lead away in 1 to 2 baskets. You got to get a stop. You got to get a score. You got to get a stop. You got to get a score. And so it's piecing those together that made it flow. But it had to start on the defensive end, and it really started rebounding wise. It's not we can guard their offense for the first 25 seconds. It's the second chance opportunities that we get, so we had to keep them off the boards.
All right, Mackenzie, just talk about kind of adjusting to them inside, and like Brenna was talking about their work on the offensive glass. How'd you guys kind of adjust to that, and how much was it an emphasis for you to sort of attack them?
Yeah, I mean, I know personally I had to kind of relax a little bit. Like, I felt like I was rushing my shots and just like kind of not panicking, but just rushing through things. So I think in that second half, I just had to take a deep breath and take it one possession at a time.
I guess, did it feel like, you guys got within 2 a couple of times? I mean, did it feel like if you could have just gotten over the hump and tied it or gotten the lead that maybe things could have gone differently?
Yeah, I mean, we worked really hard offensively and defensively. The offensive end wasn't coming, but we tried to, like Brenna said, hang our hats on the defensive end, and the ball didn't bounce our way, and that'll happen.
Does anybody have any other questions? Here. Sorry.
How difficult was Michaela to match up against?
Michaela's a great player, very talented. She had a double-double tonight. Incredibly athletic. She is super talented, and she can score at a lot of different levels, making it harder to defend her. But I think we had a good game plan going into it. She's a great player. She's going to get her points. It was were her points tough to get? Were they tough shots? And I think for a majority they were.
This is a little different, but this was the largest crowd of the year by far. It was well over 5,000. Can you talk about the atmosphere and being willed by the crowd when you got back into the game?
The crowd is unbelievable in Assembly Hall. I believe that Assembly Hall is probably one of the top 10 most difficult places to play a college basketball game, and that's because of our fan base and the energy, and that gets us going. And to have them, it's almost like they're our sixth man. They're part of the game just as much. And so it was a great turnout. We're very thankful for the IU fans that came out.
Just one more, I guess, how frustrating was it? You guys had a little bit of a rough day, free throws and threes and just open shots in general. Just feel like one of those days where stuff wasn't going in.
You have those days. Everybody has those days. It's how do we respond and where do we make up for that? I mean, it's not every day that you're going to make 100% from the field. So how do you kind of grit through those and figure it out? And I think we did a good job. It was a game the entire time, and proud of the fight.
Question back, go ahead.
You guys got the Big Ten coming up, obviously. I mean, I guess, how much does a game like this prepare you for what you're going to face in a tough physical league? And, what positives, if any, are you willing to take from a game like today?
You can take a ton of positives. I think a positive is the fact that we have so much more room for growth, and we are nowhere near our full potential. Additionally, the Big Ten is the Big Ten. You can't look over any team any night. So I think this was a great prep, sending us into the Big Ten. A lot to learn from, a lot to grow from. To be well-versed against good teams, I think we played a very strong non-conference for us, and so we feel very confident moving into the Big Ten that not only do we have a lot to grow, but we've been tested.
I guess to follow on that, Mackenzie, how well prepared do you feel like you are for Big Ten play after the non-conference slate?
I mean, having games like this, games against South Carolina, games like Baylor, I mean, those are very tough teams to go against. And personally, as a freshman, I feel like I need to go through those rough patches. I need to fight through that adversity in order to be prepared for what's to come next, which is Big Ten play. So.
And to ask so much of a freshman, I would say she's more than prepared. We've asked her to mature early on, and she has just exceeded our expectations. So I feel confident that she's well prepared for the Big Ten.
Anything else for Brenna or Mackenzie? All right, ladies, thank you.